BPB's 2018 NAMM show coverage is sponsored by Loopmasters and Plugin Boutique.
Hi there, I'm Scott from Output, and I'm going to show you our new instrument, Analog Brass and Winds. So if you're familiar at all with our instruments, you'll see it's got a kind of similar vibe to the Output style. We've got our main macros right up front here, which are NKS compatible. So you can see we've got the complete control keyboard right here, and you can just change the different effects. So right now I'm adding a pulse to this chord, and you can hear it kind of chops it up like an LFO. And then right here we've got a dirt knob, which is adding some saturation to it, and we've got wetness, which is kind of changing the reverb. So with this instrument, it's a similar philosophy as what we've used in the past, which is we're doing sort of these organic sounds, like orchestral sounds. We recorded this big ensemble in Budapest with tons of different brass and woodwind sections. And then we've got this synth section right here. So I'll go through some of these different sources so you can hear them. So there's the kind of retro synth vibe. And then you pair that with another source right here. We have two layers, and I'll put on an orchestral source here. So we've got the brass short, brass fall, and then let's go for something creative. This is a mixture of the two. This is the organic and the synthetic mixed together. And I'll go through and I'll show you a couple of my favorite presets here, and I'll show you what it sounds like when you really get creative with it. So that one's pretty interesting. This is a great one. This is kind of more of the cinematic stuff. If you know our stuff, you know that we're well known for being cinematic, and it's pretty much a movie score straight out of the box right here. You can hear the rhythm. Macro knob is changing the sound to add a bit of an LFO effect. And let's go through here and get a nice woodwind sound. Now here's one of our more organic, more mellow type of sounds. So tweaking these macros gives you kind of unlimited creativity. It gives you a starting point with the presets, but then once you start digging in with the macros, you can change it to be whatever you want. Then if you go to the edit page, you can really kind of dive in even further, start changing the ADSR in here. You can change pitch effects. So you've got the pitch envelope here. We have a flutter effect here, which can change the pitch by about a semitone and flutters it back and forth. And then to dive even further in here, we've got an effects page. So each layer has its own effects. So you'll see the usual suspects: filter, EQ, distortion, compression, delay. So I'll turn on the delay on this source, turn this source off so you can hear it. And we'll change some of the macros. And one great thing is if you ever get lost, you're deep in the effects and you don't want to get out of it, you can see the macros up in the upper corner up here. So I'm tweaking the macros, and you can see them changing right there. So you don't have to go back to the main page if you're on another page. So you're here, you see the macros are changing, but if you're in the effects page, you can just change it and you'll see the macros are changing right there. So one thing that's great about our instruments is we allow you to sort through tons of different sounds. So we have these different tags for each preset, and let's just pick something here. So we'll do orchestral, and we can do hybrid, and let's do simple. So right here we've got very synthy type sound. And then let's see what this one's all about. Fat Flutter Chords. Go through a couple more here. And then we've got these big hits as well, which are awesome. So if you're familiar with analog strings, you know we had these orchestral string sounds, kind of creative pads, but with analog brass and winds, we have these large hits that you can use. So, like this. Very big hits, beautiful. And then 5 presets away, you've got this amazing flutter sound. And then, like our other instruments, we have even further editing capabilities. So we've got the rhythm page right here where you can put in all kinds of interesting rhythms. We have the flux section, which allows you to create your own rhythms using this kind of mixture of step sequencer and different rhythms that you pick. And that allows for further customization. And then we've got the ARP. So, pretty in-depth arpeggiator right here on the last page. Allows you to draw in your own arpeggiation patterns, or you can just use some of our presets. And usually you can trust us to have good presets, so it's a safe bet. But change the velocities just by dragging. Everything's pretty intuitive. And then on any of these pages, you can change the source from down here as well. So let's say you're trying a sound, you don't like how it sounds, you just change the source right from the bottom here, just to try something else out. And then if you ever get lost, we've got extensive help sections for you that you can, take a look and it'll tell you everything that you need to know. But I don't think you'll need that because it's pretty intuitive. So let's go to one more preset here. I'm gonna clear these selections and let's pick one last preset. It's pretty epic. So there you have it. This is Analog Brass and Winds. It's our new instrument. And we're excited for you to get your hands on it. Thanks for checking it out.